What's up, everybody? I'm Sniggenhoff, and spelled backwards is Eli's Sack, but forwards it's Castile, and that's who we're playing today. On our last episode, we won a war with England, took a little bit of territory from them, started integrating Naples into our great country, and started some more one more colony on I think I described it as the nose of Africa, down over here. So, what are we doing right now? We might be going to war with Savoy to take some more territory and get ourselves a border with the Holy Roman Empire. They're currently at war with Genoa, and they're winning it. They're allied with France. France isn't at war with them. I think I'm going to start... What I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell... No. First of all, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make sure I don't give Aragon too much territory. Because if you give him too much territory, you can't push the button anymore. And we want to be able to push the button. It is 32. They have to have less cities than 32. Currently they do. Is there a way to see how many cities they have without me just going through and counting it? That would make things easier. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I think I can give them 5 more provinces if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and have them... I don't think I'm going to give them 5 more provinces. First of all, because we're probably going to have one more between here and there. And second of all, because giving them 5 provinces would cause my aggressive expansion to go through the roof. But I'm going to have them fabricate some claims on Savoy. And maybe this will be a war I can actually call Burgundy and or Portugal into, instead of just having them be lame duck allies. That would be nice. Also, I was going to see about possibly turning Mali or Jolof into a protectorate and get a bit more relations with them before I try to do that. Our truce with France just ended, and Savoy, so going to war with them is we're in a pretty good spot to do that right now. I had forgotten, about truces and things of that nature. Also, currently we don't have any cannons in our army. And this seems like a pretty decent time to start putting cannons in our army. Currently we have 41 force limit. So let's go ahead and build one nice 20 stack. Wait, is there any cavalry in this army? No, there's cavalry in this army. Let me see. Leave all the cavalry. I didn't want all of that to leave. Yes. So one thing what I like to do with armies in the early game, at least, is go 12 infantry, 4 cavalry, and 6 cannons. I think I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on infantry for now. Add 2 more and go with 4 cannons, because cannons aren't great yet. They're still just okay. Border friction. We can either change our policy, Morocco hates us, put a positive spin on things, lose 100 Diplo, not doing that, or revoke the claim that we have, not doing that, so Morocco can hate us all they want. Bring them back from Mali, and bring those 2 infantry over here. And then with Mali, would you be willing to become my protectorate? You would not, because you're too big. Okay. Jolof would be willing to become my protectorate, though. So, what I'm going to do is establish a protectorate with Jolof. Which I don't believe takes up a relationship slot. Yeah. It does not. But we can go over here. So it doesn't show up on our diplomacy, like our diplomatic relations over here. But we can go over here to subjects and Jolof. And now we've got a bunch of interactions we can do with a protectorate. And my favorite interaction to do with protectorates is seize land. So we can take their provinces, and we want these coastal provinces. But the ones we siege will, like, taking them will increase their liberty desire. And I think we want Kaor. Yes. And you can't do it, like, once you do one, you can't do another one for a little while. But we're going to go ahead and steal Kaor from them. There we go. Now we've got that land. Well, we could do it again, but it would increase their liberty desire up even higher. Oh, but their liberty desire is not up high at all. So yeah, let's steal another province. Let's just seize all the land we can. Now, this land that we are seizing, it'll probably rebel at some point, so we're going to have to send somebody down here to deal with that. But we got troops. So now it puts them at 25. And that would put them at 45. So yeah, we just stole their whole coastline for free. I mean, we do have to core it. But now it's just ours by making them our protectorate. And also we can call them into, like, if we wanted to fight Mali, we could call them into a war against Mali. We couldn't call them into a war against France, but against them we could. I was wanting to go down to 4 cannons, not... Okay, this would be 4 cannons. My math isn't on right now. My mathing cap. So yeah, that's going to make us a nice little 20-stack army that's got a pretty good balance between infantry, cavalry, and cannons. And then I'm going to train up one more infantry over here. And I'm going to send probably about 10,000 troops, just 10,000 infantry, down to Africa to protect it from rebels. So you guys come over to Cadiz real quick, and you guys march to Cadiz. That way, when this rebellion inevitably fires, and it will fire, yeah, we should be able to take care of it. What size is that rebellion going to be? Joloffian Separatists, 15k. Between us and Jolof, we should be able to handle it. We have an excellent minister, so we can either reap the administrative benefits and gain 1 stability, 25 prestige, and 40 admin. Incredible. Or 10 army tradition, 10 navy tradition, and 100 military power. Also really good. I'm going to go ahead and take the administrative power. Because we're at like our military point cap right now. We could take military tech 9 if we wanted to, but we'd be super ahead of time on it, so we'll wait. And then you guys board those boats. Come down to here. So now I've got, I mean, kind of if I was really trying to be super crafty in a war, I have a well-balanced 20-stack army. And then I could switch out the infantry between battles from these two stacks and have a whole fresh line of infantry ready to go. I probably won't get that technical with it because I'm lazy, but that is an option. I also need to use my diplomats. Let's go back to improving relations with Jolof. Make sure they don't hate us. The Navarran separatists are getting ready to rise up. Really? Navarre is that mad? No. Oh, they're probably here. Yes. So let's go ahead and fund the army real quick. And turn on this fort. Call the diplomat. Let's improve relations with Aragon for a little bit. Morocco has a alliance with the Ottomans, so we're probably not going to be attacking them for a little while. Let's go ahead and improve with the Ottomans. Sounds like a plan. And Burgundy? Sure, improve with Burgundy. 5 years ahead of time on both these techs. So in about 5 years is when the magic gets to happen. We're about to hit the cap on military tech again, military points again. Actually, I was doing it by institution spread. 37, 79, 92 here in Toledo. Also, we'll be able to embrace the embrace colonialism. Like, I could do it right now if I had the money for it. I don't have 600 ducats lying around, but if I had the money for it. We are... Where is it? Here. We are 7 years away from that being integrated. Protestantism has become entrenched. This Center of Reformation has been doing jack all in terms of converting. It's hit up some provinces over here in Italy. Hasn't really done anything to make a nation switch over to Protestantism. There's only 3 Protestant countries in the world right now: Bohemia, Saxony, and England. Oh, 4. Oldenburg has converted to Protestant. I mean, sometimes you can end up with a Protestant Reformation that's like most of Germany, Sweden, and England. And that's like, if you wanted to like maximize what Protestant could do, you would want a Reformation Center to spawn somewhere in central Germany, like Saxony, one to spawn in England, and one to spawn in Sweden. So you could like convert all of these areas. And they got like 2 of the 3, but like the Pope is never going to convert to Protestantism. It's just not going to happen because he's the Pope. Also, the Ottomans aren't going to convert to Protestantism, no matter how many of these provinces you convert, because they're always going to have all these provinces out over here that are Muslim. And then, like, maybe you might be able to pick up some of these smaller countries down over here, but some natives are the natives in Bafeda, which is where my colony are losing ferociousness, which doesn't matter because I've got the policy where they will never uprise against me. Never rise up, eyes up. They've got some rebels. Let's improve with Switzerland. Sounds good. Aragon, have you put any claims on Savoy yet? Not yet. Let's build some boats first. I have a lot of boats I can build. What else is there? All of my estates like me, which is, it never happens. The Navarran separatists are getting ready to fire. The Gascon separatists are getting ready to fire. Jalafian separatists are already ticking up super fast. So yeah, we've got some rebels that are going to be firing here pretty soon, but we should be able to deal with them. I may have to send some more troops down over here, or even recruit some mercs down over here. It's probably more likely to deal with those, but we should be able to handle it pretty well. I'm at my fort. I can build one more. What do you know? Let's go ahead and build one more. I'd also like these cores to finish up before the Jalafian separatists fire, just so I can have those cores already in place. Because when separatists fire, they interrupt your core progress, and it's just annoying. I can do more development, and I'm doing it by this. Who's close? 44. Oh yeah, I was saving money so that I could get the thing. But I can't take tech for like another 7 years or 5 years right now anyway, so it's probably not that big of a deal. Although, how close am I to Diplotech? I'm a ways away. I'm like 2 Diplotechs behind right now because of my idea group. And also I'm literally not gaining any Diplo power because of my integration of Naples, which is costing 7 a month because I have 4 diplomatic reputation. So it's gonna be a little while before I end up getting that Diplotech. There are some of my separatists. Prince Consort is a great guy, and very pleased to announce that his family has decided to show its support for the throne and the union of Isabel. And again, it's like the scripts assume it's the female, I guess, and is putting her name in place of his name. So either we can gain 63 ducats, and his family will consider us to be in their debts, or we can just take 5 prestige and say we want to avoid being indebted to them. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. We do want money right now to embrace colonialism, but again, we're not taking tech for a little while, and I don't really want to see what happens when I'm indebted to the family. Just go deal with that really quick. So yeah, like we lost 5,000 infantry in that fight, only 500 cavalry and no cannons. So what I can do is come over here, pull the infantry off, and then bring this 12k up here and this 7k back, and have a fresh, basically a full army ready to go for the fight. Only missing like 400 cavalry. We can either make France hate us more or lose our claim. I'll make France hate us more. That doesn't seem all that bad. Encroachment of the nobility, so they can either take control of Madrid, or we can have rebellions rise up. Taking control of Madrid will make their influence rise by 14%, but that's fine. And also it's fine because once we incorporate Aragon, we're going to get an event that's going to change the capital from Toledo to Madrid. So we'll get that back from the nobility. So we can avoid making them mad right now, and it's not going to put them above where we want them to, and it's going to be given back to us here in a little while. So we'll go ahead and do that. I am losing a slight bit of money right now, probably from reinforcement. We have finished those cores. Let me see how long it would take to convert these places. Not very long. Let me make sure I can add these places to trade companies. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert them to keep my religious unity up, and then I'm going to give them to the trade companies. I'm not going to turn them into a state, because you do have a limited number of state slots, and I don't want to waste it on things I'm just going to give to a trade company, and it's going to give them really high autonomy anyway as a trade company province, if that makes sense. 3 years till I can take those techs. Getting close. Likely the next idea group I take will be either military or administrative. Lubeck has gotten kind of big up over here. Lubeck starts out as just like this one little territory over here, but they've branched out. Dithmarschen is holding strong. They are they have a unique government type. They're a peasant republic. They're the only one like it in the whole world. 50% of the way towards finishing up with Naples. Jalafian separatists are 70% of the way to have fired, and this is almost 50% done. So, also the having the missionary over here doesn't help the rebellion that's brewing. They're not too keen on that. I'll wait to build anything more until I finish up the colonialism, just to get it for when I do take the tech. I don't pay the premium on it. I should be. I honestly should be probably pretty close. Yeah. It's in like 46% of my autonomy. Or 46% of my development. But it would still cost me a lot to bump it up. Jalafian separatists are at 80%. How big is that rebellion going to be? 15k. I may need to hire some mercs for that. Or I can come over here. I'm going to say friendlies can attach. I'm also going to put my god general in charge over here. And hopefully what will happen is it'll fire, and then I'll be able to march in with 14,000 troops and take it out. Because even though Joloff, these separatists are trying to give land back to Joloff, this army is still loyal to me, so should be able to do it. Don't need to improve with them anymore. Let's improve with Brittany? Sure. Getting close to the caps on both of these again. 1108 is the cap right now. They have a 25% chance of increasing the progress by 10%. So it's like a 1 in 4 chance every time the month ticks over that they will fire, essentially. Gonna wait to build the building. Lorraine and Württemberg want to hire condottieri. Come on, do it. Also, in terms of like provinces I'm interested in, oh, there it goes. I'm only interested in the coast right here. The Timbuktu trade zone, not really interested in. The Ivory Coast that money can flow directly into Sevilla, so that's kind of what I want. We have a salt crisis, so my production efficiency is going to drop by 10%. And how much money do we make in production right now? We make 6.6 ducats off production, but we make way more off of taxes and more off of trade at that even. So we're going to lose some money from production, but it's not the end of the world. So there's their 15k. And hopefully this 4k will come and help me. Hopefully. We do have a massive morale advantage on them. Their general has better fire, but our general has way better shock, so looks like we're not going to have any issues winning that fight. A political marriage is as much a union as it is a contract of mutual support. The family expects the queen will heed the advice of the prince consort, so we can gain 1 base tax in their seat of power and lose 100 admin, or lose 10 prestige. I have a ton of admin right now, and I'm going to be just developing with it anyway. So instead of losing the prestige, I mean, it's a big premium to pay for 1 base tax, but we'll take it. And we won that battle down over there. Fantastic. We're at the military point cap. We will develop real quick. $73.12, 46. And now that we have done that, we'll call it an episode right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been wonderful having you here. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Tell me about what animal you think Muscovy looks like, with its ears up here maybe, and like a eye down over here, like a big mouth going on down over here, and some weird stubby legs. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.